2 will now laugh all the way to the bank in September. This follows an announcement by His Excellency the Prime Minister Russell Eswatini to the effect that an agreement 24 months next month. Temekos Mavimbela has more on that story.
We are happy to announce that subsequent to various negotiations meetings convened through the Ministry of Public Service with the staff associations from both the Royal Eswatini Police Service and His Majesty's Correctional Services, the parties have since signed a collective agreement to resolve this matter once and for all. The agreement was signed yesterday evening, the 13th of August 2025. In this agreement, the parties, being guided by a consultant's report and desirous to put this matter to a definitive closure, agreed that this matter should be resolved as follows. That government pays the recommended professional adjustments for all 3 levels found to be not in alignment from the consultant's assessment, these being the ranks of Inspector, Chief Officer, Assistant Superintendent and Superintendent, respectively. That government effects the above adjustments with a retrospective once-off back pay at an 8% net value rate for a maximum of 24 months and thereafter realigned accordingly. That the recommended professional adjustment for Assistant Inspector, Assistant Chief Officer should be implemented in the context of the functional levels below due to the insignificant nature of the required adjustment of these ranks. For functional levels, that is the Assistant Inspector, Assistant Chief Officer, Sergeant Instructor, Sergeant Warder Instructor, Constable and Warder or Wardress, that government pays an alignment of 3% increment on basic salary, backdated for a maximum period of 24 months, limited strictly to the functional officers in ranks that will not benefit from the professional adjustments as mentioned in A above. Government and the staff associations have further agreed that this agreement shall be binding upon all parties and upon all members of the security forces, and that it is in full and final settlement of all outstanding issues pertaining to the professional adjustment of salaries in the security forces, otherwise known as Phase 2.
His Excellency the Prime Minister Russell Eswatini says government will continue to support youth programs so that young people can develop themselves and become independent. The Premier says this is important because it will not only help them with employment but make them creators of jobs. The Premier said this said this at the International Youth Day celebration held at Geka constituency on Thursday.
Statistics show that Eswatini has a youth population of 70%, more than half of which is unemployed. Government says it is not resting on its laurels on this matter.
Sitoqhubeka nekulandzela siphinde sisebenzise umgomo walabasha eAfrika, i-African Youth Charter, kwenta siqiniseke ukuthi tinqubomgomo talabasha netimiso talomgomo tiyalandzeleka kanti nemalungelo webantfu labasha ayahlonishwa futhi bativela basekelekile. Ngalokufanayo umqoka wekuthi umsebenzi wahulumende uhambisane nenqubo yemhlaba ngekuthi kulandzelwe luhlelo lwalabasha lwakamhlabhlangane lweminyaka wa 2030 i-UN Youth Strategy kwenta siqiniseke ukuthi bantu labasha bayatimbandzakanya etindzabeni tenhlalakahle yabo.
Speakers at the event pinpointed issues affecting the youth and solutions.
Labasha phela abaphume lapha etitolo nkosiyami bete ndlunkulu batawufunza lokuningi.
Young people are bold, innovators, resilient organizers, and essential partners in achieving the SDGs. The SDG further says that on this day, I quote again, we celebrate the determination, creativity, and leadership of young people everywhere.
This year's theme of the International Youth Day, Local Youth Actions for the SDGs and Beyond, highlights the crucial role young people play in translating global development goals into local realities. As the European Union, we are committed to providing young people with the tools and opportunities they need to become change makers and contribute to a more sustainable and equitable future.
Politicians and traditional authorities said government should consider relaxing youth enterprise revolving fund loan conditions. They proposed that it should be a grant given to the youth as a kickstarter with no requirement for them to repay. For Eswatini TV News, Temgosi Mavimbela, Keke.
The Honourable Minister of Justice, Prince Smalane, says the law reforms in the development bill will play a vital role in strengthening Eswatini's legal frameworks. The Honourable Minister was speaking in Parliament. Samgus Wekoza has more on that story.
The Minister of Justice Portfolio Committee Chairperson Michael Masilela moved for the adoption of the committee's report on the Law Reform and Development Bill of 2025, followed by a debate by the House.
Nangabe iphasa le mthetho lo sekutaba naleli komiti litawubese lisebenza indzaba temithetho sineke la parliament sitabe sisenda ini nawe sekukhona abantu abasebenza lo ngiloko ngifuna ukuthola
iparlamente angeke speaker ihlale ize ireforme imithetho lesemva vele idzinga nje libandla leliseceleni lelingeke liphazanyiswe iorder pay selitaso litisebene tonke letindzaba yehlala constitution lekuthiwa kunema-challenges. Take for instance, Mr. Speaker, kuthi nyalo we're talking about free education at primary. Bantu solo bakhala sive sikhala ukuthi ayibe khona free education ku high school naku higher institutions.
The learned Attorney General Sifiso Khumalo and the chairperson responded to the debate.
Leli committee leli conduct research, Mr. Speaker. Le research iyakhona uku-informa my proposals for reform. Yebo ngayibuka imithetho le outdated, but ngafisa consideration ma social factors njena la affect impilo.
There is no way, Mr. Speaker, you can replace the parliament neli committee lelibuke ku reviewa imithetho nokwenda ima research. Batawukhumbula abahlonishwa kwenda i-private members motion kokuthi mhlawumbe ungafisa ukushintsha umthetho lothite utenayo so uchamuka. Sometimes it's so expensive.
The Honourable House constituted itself into the committee of the whole House and considered the bill, with the Honourable Minister thanking the House.
Ngeswela umlomo lotingulungwane netingulungwane kubonga kulolu committee kusebenza longaka kuthi khandla ngiphinze ngibonge kuthi otinfungo tengwenyanga esolo siyamuva hayi umnanzi ukushekisa kona si vele umthetho lawusetalive lokuthi kuyohlunga imithetho.
The Honourable Committee also informed the House that different stakeholders are for the bill. Reporting Samgal Wekoza, Temba Shabangu and Emmanuel Dlamini, Parliament.
The Honourable Minister of Information, Communications and Technology, the Honourable Savannah Mazia, has emphasised that excellence and integrity are key to driving business development in the country. The Honourable Minister was speaking during the MTN Unique Contributors Awards.
MTN Eswatini says excellence must be recognized and rewarded to inspire continued achievement. The Honourable Minister of Information, Communications and Technology, Savannah Mazia, during the MTN Unique Contributors Award ceremony, emphasized that excellence is key to driving business development in the country.
When we have programs like this, it really shows how important it is to be excellent. That whether you like or don't like a person, whether you agree or don't agree with a person, the excellence is not about the person you're serving, it's about you. And when you are able to continuously give good service to people, you're talking more about yourself than you are about the individual that you're serving. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. Make the best use of today. Ensure that as you leave this job, and I know some of you have been here a year or so or more, and you think, well, 30 years in the job is a long time. It goes like this. make sure that you leave a legacy, you make sure that you are known as someone who has integrity, who's hardworking, who goes beyond the call of duty, but most importantly, who always represents the company well.
MTN Eswatini CEO Wandile Mtshali said being recognized should inspire commitment to better service.
We want to see our MTNers looking beyond and learning something new, a new skill. Today we talk about a number of areas where we see opportunities. Take that advantage and let's learn something new so that even next year, when we sit here and when we recognize our unique contributors, you'll be one of those people that will be saying, indeed, you've learned something new in the year, and indeed, you've contributed towards the success of MTN.
The awardees said they were honored.
To be recognized as a unique contributor to me, Shalokulu, it literally means that my footprints are recognized. Whatever I'm doing it right.
So it means a lot maybe to recognize us maybe by the company. So it's really a nice thing. So to be maybe awarded this certificate, it shows that the company cares about us.
On the day, MTN awarded 40 unique contributors for the years 2023 and 2024. Reporting Samgalsiwe Koza, Eswatini.
The Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs is working towards digitalizing its paperwork through the Integrated Electronic Case Management System. This was said by the Honourable Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Prince Simelane, when receiving electronic equipment from the UNDP at the ministry's head offices. The minister says it's about time that their documentation system becomes more efficient.
UNDP handed over equipment worth 180,000 malangeni, which includes computers, to mention a few. The Honourable Minister of Justice, Prince Simelane, expressed gratitude to the UNDP.
The businesses of the police, the Anti-Corruption Commission, the Director of Public Prosecution Office, the Attorney General's Office, the Judiciary, the Law Society, His Majesty's Correctional Services, and the Commission on Human Rights and Public Administration. These systems, once rolled out, will enhance operational efficiency, transparency, and accountability.
Deputy Resident Representative Nessie Golds gave assurance that they will continue supporting eMaswati in developmental initiatives.
Is principally to commend you, Honourable Minister, and Principal Secretary, and all the staff and stakeholders who have been involved for your leadership and your vision in driving this reform. We have no doubt that the successful implementation of the IECMS will contribute directly to national development priorities and to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goal 16, which is promoting peace, justice, and strong institutions.
The Integrated Electronic Case Management System, IECMS, will replace the use of paperwork in the justice fraternity, including police, correctional services and courts, to mention a few. Reporting is Atable Mamba with Skumbuzo Dlamini, Babane.
Now, the Honourable Minister of Finance, Neil Rickenback, says government remains committed to supporting local businesses and is working on strategies to improve payment turnaround times for domestic suppliers. The Honourable Minister was speaking in Parliament.
The Honourable Minister of Finance, Neil Rickenback, gave responses on a question asked by Mbabane East Member of Parliament, Welcome Dlamini, saying, could the Honourable Minister of Finance explain before the August House why this government give priority to foreign suppliers over local ones when it comes to payments?
It definitely does prioritize payments. So we definitely do that. So there definitely are those payments that you prioritize and you pay, and other payments, unfortunately, do take a bit longer to settle. The problem that we have here, Honourable Speaker, it's a bit like leaving the wound open but putting a bandage over the wound without trying to fix the wound. We need to solve our cash flow so that we do not get ourselves into a situation where we're not paying on time. Unfortunately, we've had a long history now of not paying suppliers on time.
The mover of the motion made his submissions.
Mr. Finance Manager, if we fail, then they can consider the issue of being guarantors. Honorable Minister, ngabe ungasinika yini ukuthi ngabe kunini lapho khona you'll be sure ukuthi le mali now sesiphumile kuma cash flow problems.
The Honorable Minister of Finance gave responses.
In 3 months' time, this matter should be done. And if in 3 months' time it's not, then we will definitely consider, we'll look into issuing, and we're talking of letters of guarantee, meaning that someone who's now got a payment at treasury is not being they get a letter of guarantee from government, they can take it to the bank, they can make a plan. It will help them, we understand that. But there will need to be processes and possibly even legislative changes to do that.
The Honorable Minister submitted in Parliament 5 loan bills totaling 12.7 billion emalangeni, targeting enhancing fiscal stability amongst other key areas. Reporting Samgal Siwekoza, Themba Shabangu and Emmanuel Dlamini, Parliament.
The Ministry of Natural Resources and Energy Principal Secretary Lindiwe Mbingo has applauded the initiative by the SADC region SACRI in hosting a workshop called Solar Thermal Training and Demonstration Initiative. Speaking during the closing ceremony of the workshop held at Kwamile Voktim, Mbingo said there was a need for new ways to produce energy.
45 individuals from the TVET institutions and companies around the country took part in the workshop. The Principal Secretary at the Ministry of Natural Resources and Energy, Lindiwe Mbingo, says this aligns with government strategies.
The quality of discussions, the hands-on sessions, and the level of engagement have truly underscored the relevance and agency of expanding the use of solar thermal systems across Eswatini and in the broader SADC region. This training is clearly aligned with our country's energy policy frameworks, particularly our national strategies supporting renewable energy and energy efficiency, as well as the current theme of our Heads of State Summit in Madagascar, which is advancing industrialization, agricultural transformation, and energy transition for a resilient SADC region.
Technical experts from the SACRI, Ridley Makaliki, encourages students to continue learning.
After this, I think people need to go out there and review the material that has been delivered in these last 2 days intensively, so that they can see where they need to concentrate more in understanding the theory behind, as well as looking at the practical aspects of implementing this.
Students acknowledged the opportunity.
Solar is not new to us, but we got a lot of new information. And we hope that next time when you come back, we're going to do more on the practical part of the whole training.
The ministry's initiatives contributing to clean energy in the country include Train the Trainers model and the SADC minimum energy performance standards, amongst others. Reporting is Tetable Mamba with Skumbuzo Dlamini, Babane.
The Honourable Minister of Information, Communication and Technology, Savannah Mazia, has called for a strong commitment to organizational strategies and a forward-thinking mindset focused on delivering impactful results. She was speaking at the 6th International Safety, Health, Environment, Risk and Quality SHEC Summit held at the Royal Villas in Eswatini. Minister Mazia emphasized the importance of aligning business and organizational goals with actionable outcomes that drive real transformation.
How can we go into the office or wake up every morning and be the best every day? Because we can have processes and we'll have the ISO 42000, we will have all these processes. But how do we become the best every single day? Everybody here has heard His Majesty's talk about being first world. Whilst what he means certainly is a higher level of thinking, maybe better buildings, maybe better roads, better infrastructure, better healthcare, better education. The thing that I think he means is the thinking, the first world thinking, meaning do better every single day.
The Chief Executive Officer of DQS Pty Ltd highlights some of the key interventions in business development.
Real-time data is really important for management to make informed decisions. And the SHEC discipline is directly in the middle of this whole environment of what's happening on the ground floor and what is the strategic direction from a boardroom level. So I really think that SHEC people have an integral part to play in eluding executive management on issues related to SHEC, and at the same point in time, how are they going to relate those performances to the integrated report?
The Chief Executive Officer says standards are a necessity in an organization as safety, health, environment, risk and quality is being implemented. Reporting, Nelson Dlangamandla, Vuminkosi Nzinisa and Derek Msibi, Ezulwini.
Welcome back in our sports news. Referees who officiate matches in the Hoho region say they are excited when opportunities for capacitation arise, as this helps them improve their officiating standards. The referees were speaking after participating in the basic refereeing course, the first level training organized by the Hoho Regional Football Association.
The Hoho Regional Football Association is continuing with efforts aimed at developing the game in the region, including training referees who officiate in the lower divisions.
About the laws of the games,
rules lamasha besingawadi lesiwafunzayo njalo rafela kusinyalo umdlali kumele ukuthi umtreat njani ema team listing liwanjani ma offside tinto kanjani.
Sabelo Kunene, who is the secretary of the referees committee under the body that oversees the football in the region, says this course is for the young aspiring referees in the region, the basic course.
And there's also another basic course continuing later and it will run for this week and next weekend.
The organization started by training referees in the region from the southern part of the region and will then move up to the northern part. Currently, more than 20 people have participated in the training. Reporting, I'm Linda Dlamini, Babani.
Right, and just like that, we've hit the home stretch of the news at 10 here at Eswatini TV. Before we go, a quick reminder of your top stories tonight. Employees of the armed forces who stand to benefit from the famous Phase 2 will laugh all the way to the bank in September as government and their associations reach an agreement. The Honourable Minister of Information, Communications and Technology says excellence and integrity are key to driving business development in the country. The Ministry of Justice and Constitutional Affairs is working towards digitalizing its paperwork through the Integrated Electronic Case Management System. Right, beautiful Kingdom of Eswatini. That's how we come to the end of our Thursday edition of the News at 10 at Eswatini TV. It's been a pleasure. Thanks so much for choosing to stay with us. Up next, we cross over to the Weather Center for a detailed weather report from us and the team at Eswatini TV. For now, it is good night and God bless.
Lalela ngikutshele tindzaba letiphuma enkosini. Uthokandaba, tinfombi, imbali yemaswati ayiphelele esigodlweni elidzidzi mhla titimbili enyonini. Titawufike tibhalise ngalelo langa. Mhla tintsatfu tiyaphuma. Mhla titine tiyageca. Mhla tisihlanu tiyabuya. Mhla tisithupha tiyaphumula. Mhla tisikhombisa tiyacitsa. Mhla tisiphohlongo enyonini tiyagidza. Imiyalo etikhulwini. Nguleso naleso sikhulu kubheke kokuthi sikhiphe emajaha la